All right, all right, all right. This is
Ninja Rabbit Studio presents Micetopia.
a game about a mouse.
I have to get better at shooting,
Rich.
and they keep on distracting me. Dang it, and now my bow is broken. What's next? Rich, come quickly. They're calling me. Let me go see what they need. Use the left thumbstick to move. Press the B button to jump. Press the A button to attack with a sword. To the village. Into the caves. Press B to talk. Richie! What's going on? Where is everyone?
Listen to me, Rich. Everyone was taken to the caves. They need help. And you're the only one who can save them. The caves are the west of the village. The caves are in the... Ow, I hit my face with the microphone.
I must save everyone. Into the forest. How do I go? I don't... What will you have me do?
Richie!
Alright. Everyone was taken to the caves.
Into the caves. Press the L button to open the map.
Sick map, dude. Yeah, so this is Micetopia for the Nintendo Switch. I don't really know anything about it. But I never do. I never do. It's really rare when well... Okay. I don't want to say it's rare when I know what I'm playing, because it isn't. I do research a lot of game stuff on my own. But also, some of these I purchased a while ago and just never got around to playing them. And that's one of those games, Micetopia. But yeah, I mean,
Press the L thumbstick downward and press the B button to fall through a platform.
I think the combat is not as snappy as I wish it was. But, and so that sounds wrong. Not as snappy. There's no there should be a bigger, when you hit something, you should have a bigger thing to denote that you hit something, not just this little dinky little think. So my heart, I have 2 hearts or I have 3 hearts?
I don't know.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the pixel art's nice. Is this gonna... Oh, right. Oh, sick, dude. Oh, God. Get him. Get him. Yeah. So the publisher of this game, Ratalika Games, from what I've seen on the eShop, the Nintendo eShop, they tend to have a lot of really low low budget little indie games. A lot of them are pixel art, and they're pretty basic type games. And they usually before the eShop got before they kind of came down hard on the eShop and you can't put games below a certain amount. I feel their games are always 30 cents, 25 cents. So they had this bad reputation for just producing shovelware. I have several of their games and they're not fantastic, but they're not bad. A lot of them are just oh, that was a fun little game. that being said, this one feels like it's a little bit on the higher end of their games. Because I played some of theirs where I was like, oh, this feels very plain. At least this one I think has like, it feels like it's got more going on. Let's talk to this guy.
Hi, kid.
Hello, Savior.
Don't be afraid. I'll take you to the village.
Thanks, but with that goblin gone, I can go. But before I forget, visit me later at the village. There's something I want to teach you.
Cool. Oh! Well, I mean, it got me out here.
Thank you once again for saving me.
I'm glad to help.
I hope that you're good at double jumping.
Press the B button twice to double jump. Hooray. Hooray! Another villager is saved. We have to figure out why those creatures glow green. Some kind of stones are falling out of them. Collect them. I'll do some research.
So I'm getting some like something about this. Where do I go now? I'm getting some like Zelda 2 vibes, which is not a bad thing because I love that game.
Into the caves.
Oh right, there was like an area that I couldn't reach because I couldn't double jump. I think so. Hello there. Which button was the map again? Yeah, over there. But yeah, so yeah, the this publisher has had like a lot of like okay, budget titles, whatever, but and I have several of them because usually they're like they're pretty discounted. But I feel like I've enjoyed some of them and some of them I haven't. But you know, like overall, I'm like, I wouldn't call them bad. I'd call them simple and like, you know, like they're what they are. But also, you know, it was like 50 cents. It was like $1. Like, who cares? I don't know if they actually produce the games or if they just publish them. But they all seem to be like pixel art style games. But like I said, this one feels, at least in comparison to some of the other ones I played, like this one feels like it's got a little bit more polish. Like the pixel art is a little bit nicer. It's got more of like a style and not just. It's not like because I feel like when it's pixel art, it's like, oh, it's 8-bit and like that's the art style. It's just, oh, it's just 8-bit. It's like, no, like that's not an art style. Like that, like there's variations of like, you know, it can look 8-bit, but it can look like Mega Man with like thick outlines, or it can look like you know, it could look like I'm trying to think of a game that doesn't have like really thick blocky outlines. Like if you look at something like Mario 1, like nothing has defined outlines. It's just the colors, and there's, you know, like and then there's other games that are like mixed and I don't know, like I just feel like there's a lot of different art styles you can have in the pixelated thing, and just calling it like 8-bit is not enough. And I feel like a lot of games that I see, especially a lot of budget games, and I think it's why I was kind of like so bleh about so much of this stuff, was because like when Mega Man 9 and 10 came out back in the day, like it was like, oh, pixel games have been like, it was a new thing, right? It was like, oh wow, like they haven't made pixel games in forever, and it felt like, oh cool, like they're bringing back the old style, and you know, that was cool. And then it became this thing where it's like everything is pixelated now, and it's like it's no longer cool. It's overdone. It's like it's easy at this point because it's so oversaturated that like it's easy to be like, oh, pixel art just means that the developer was lazy or didn't have money. And it's like, no, because there's games that have really nice pixel art styles, and it's definitely a creative choice and not like a limitation of the team, or like a limitation of the budget. Like definitely sometimes it's like no, like if you look at something like Eastward, right, that just came out, like yeah, that game is pixelated, but that is like on a whole nother level. Like that is like, it's like comparing like Metal Slug to like, you know, like the original Pac-Man. It's like they're both pixel art games, but they're definitely not on the same level. Not to shit on Pac-Man, but I mean Pac-Man's really basic looking. So I think what I was getting at is that a lot of the games that I've seen this company put out, or this publisher put out, have had like really like basic, like no like the style is, oh, it's 8-bit, like it's pixel, like that's their like, that's the style. And I'm like, that's not a style, it's like it's a type of visuals, but it's definitely not like, you can't just say like, oh, it's pixel and then like that's it, because there's so many more ways you can go. So I think this game does a better job of like using the pixel aesthetic to create its own art style. I don't even know what we would call these types of art style, but like it feels like it feels like there's some like there's some more style to this game than just like, oh, it's pixels. Like it definitely feels like they had like an idea. You can burn spiderweb. How though? How do I burn it? Yeah, how do I don't know what it wants me to do here. But yeah, I feel like the oh, hi Lola, you're just sniffing my face. My cat Lola is like literally just jumped up to me and was like, "Hey, father, can I sleep on you?" And she is now in full potato mode. She's in my arms as I'm holding this controller. But all I was trying to say about this was that like, I can appreciate when the developer, the artist goes above and beyond, and it's not just like, oh, it's pixels. It's like, yeah, but what kind of pixels? And I think this game has a little bit more of that than other games I've seen. And that concludes my TED Talk about pixel art. Secret. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this game. It's fine. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with this game. Like, it plays fine. I can't hear the music that much because I've got like the heater on, and I don't want it to capture the audio, so I don't have the volume up too loud. But like the pixel art is nice enough. So yeah, I'm like, it's fine. Not any game of the year type things, but definitely you can do a lot worse. So yeah, that's my review of Micetopia. It looks nice. I'm sure there's more stuff that you get as you go on. But these open world type games, I've mentioned it before, but I don't. You found a piece of the fountain. Also, my cat left me. These like Metroidvania style games are not my forte, because I feel like I just get lost. Like if I pull up this map, I'm just like, oh my god, that's all the places I've been. But yeah, Micetopia. I think I'll go until I die. You can knock down lamps with your sword. I figured that out already. But yeah, Micetopia. It's definitely better than some of the pixel games I've seen. Not enough to hook me to play it longer than, you know, longer than the one episode I'm going to do. But by no means is it bad. It's a perfectly serviceable game. So yeah, Micetopia for the Nintendo Switch. Cute. I don't know. I don't even have a score for it. It's fine. It's fine.